Has your child ever asked you for help with their math homework, and when you looked at the problem and how they were solving it and the notes that they have, you had no clue of where to help them? Or have you ever started helping your child and you were solving the math problem the way you remembered when you were in school, and the first thing they say is, "No, that is not how my teacher solved it. This video is for you." Hi, I am Miss Math, and I am tackling a frequently asked question by parents. How can I help my child with homework if I don't understand the new math? Let's dive in. Before I give solutions, I would like to show some statistics that, to be honest, blew my mind. Number one, I want to show you, parents, so that you can understand you're not alone. And also, number two, if you're a teacher, for you to see these numbers and understand how confused and frustrated parents are that really want to help their child. However, they don't know where to start. They don't know what to do. They don't know the new math strategies, and you can possibly think of ways you can help bridge that gap or collaborate with parents to help improve the students' math skills. 70% of parents say it's harder for them to solve their kids' math homework today than when they were in school. 2/3 of parents turn to Google, yes, to Google, to figure out how to help their child finish their math assignment. 56% of parents say they feel hopeless and helpless when trying to help their children with math homework. 54% of parents will try to find a way to get out of helping their child with math homework. They'll claim to be too tired, busy doing chores, or stuck on work calls. Wow. 6 in 10, or 63% of parental couples will negotiate who is going to help their child with math. And of those negotiations, 85% of them end up being a full-fledged argument. Yes, seriously. 65% of parents say they do not remember math being so hard when they were in school. And 56% of parents said their child is learning math differently than they did. So parents, do you agree? Leave a comment just to let me know, does any of the numbers that I talked about resonate with how you're feeling or the frustrations that you have? So let's talk about some solutions, because yes, I agree. There are new math strategies being implemented, tried out, used to try and help students better understand math. And you have no clue about it. But there are some things you can do, parents, to try and see what's the solution or answer when you're trying to help your child, but you have no clue of where to start. One solution is to ask your child's teacher to provide you with a math homework guide. It can show step-by-step examples of what concepts that your child is working on. So let's say you are helping your child and there's somewhere they may be a little bit confused about the concept, or they're stuck and not knowing what the next step is. Having a guide to see what you can do or how you can help your child or advise them of what the next step is, or better explaining to them what they should do with this math concept. Solution number 2 is asking your child's teacher to provide you with a guided practice. So when I used to teach, I was an Algebra 1 teacher, and also I was a math professor for a community college in Houston. Shout out to Lone Star College. What I would do is provide a guided practice along with the independent practice, and they would be side by side. And this is a shameless plug for my digital interactive books, where all of my books, no matter the math concept, it has on the left hand side the guided practice, and then on the right hand side independent practice, so that if the student doesn't remember how to do something, all they have to do is look to the left hand side to see where they, whatever step they are stumbling on, or to remember how to start. And let's look at this example. This is from my fourth grade digital book. And yes, it is available for purchase. On the left hand side, you see, and on the right hand side, yes, the word problems may be different, but the questions or what the student is looking for is the same. And also how they're working through to solve the problem is the same as well, so that they can take a look at what's going on the left hand side, so that they can get started on the right hand side. So in the same way, whether you're a parent or a teacher, if you're a teacher, this is a good way to help students when they're doing homework, because all they have to do is look to the left hand side of the guided practice, and all you're doing is changing the numbers, and then they can work it on the right hand side. And the same, and it'll help the parent too, because the parent can look on the left hand side. This is not something that I even remember doing when I was in school, but they don't have to know or even be proficient in understanding how to solve math problems in this way. They have an example of what to do, and they can help their child. And lastly, my last solution is, if you tried those two things, or if those two solutions aren't being implemented in your child's classroom, set up a parent-teacher conference and talk to your child's teacher and let them know, hey, I want to help my child, but when they're doing homework, I have no clue of what's going on. And as much as your child is important to you, or your children are important to you, teachers have a lot of students. Now, I'm not saying that your child is not important to their teacher, but it's not just your child only. It's over 20 students most times that they're dealing with different learning behaviors, different ways that they grasp things. And so being able to show that your child's teacher, that you're an ally and you just want to know how you can help. I'm sure most teachers would gladly provide tools and resources, or even some of the examples that I talked about, so that you can help your child with their homework. And teachers, again, parents want to help. You saw the statistics. Parents want to help their children. They just don't know how, and they get frustrated and they're confused. And as we know, that they're not only kids that have a math fear, they're adults that have a math fear as well. But parents, I'm sure, are willing to push aside their fear so that their child can be successful. So that is it for how parents can help their child with homework if they do not understand the new math. Again, reach out. And when you go, and I just want to say this last thing, when you reach out to the teacher, truly come as a partner, having the mindset of being an ally, and not bringing your frustration or confusion to the table, because teachers do get a lot of that from parents, right? And they're looking for parents who are not necessarily saying on their side, but willing to be a support to what they're trying to do in helping students be successful in math. I miss math, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.